Welcome to Time of Death. This video is for informational purposes and in no way meant to glorify or condone violence. In today's video, we'll be discussing the murder of Akeem Deshaun Leggins. Leggins was shot and killed Tuesday, February 18, 2014, near West Beach Avenue and Venice Way in Inglewood, according to LA County coroner records. Victor Saldana was subsequently arrested and charged with the murder. The following is the evidence at trial. On February 17, 2014, Gilberto Soltero parked his silver Ford F-150 pickup truck at his home in Inglewood. The following morning, he noticed his truck was missing, and he contacted law enforcement to file a report concerning his stolen truck. On February 18, 2014, Christian Rios was walking in an alley in Inglewood carrying a backpack, a cell phone, and headphones. Rios saw a gray or black pickup truck pull up with the driver's side window down. He saw a Hispanic male in the driver's seat who was 25 to 30 years old. Rios saw a second man wearing a hoodie standing in front of the truck. The man with the hoodie appeared to be robbing a third man. He was holding the third man by the shirt and hitting him with something small and gray in his hand. Rios walked away, but soon was followed by the truck with the two men inside. The truck stopped near Rios and the man with the hoodie exited. He said he was Bones from Inglewood 13. The driver said he was Little Magic. Bones pointed a gray revolver at Rios' head while the driver remained in the driver's seat. Bones demanded Rios empty his pockets. Rios complied, removing his cell phone and headphones. Bones removed Rios' backpack and demanded Rios to place the backpack and the items from his pockets on the passenger seat of the truck. Rios again complied. Bones instructed Rios not to say anything to the police or else they would get Rios. Theron Domino testified to the events on the afternoon of February 18, 2014. Domino had asked his friend Leggins to meet him by the bus stop on Venice Way and Beach Avenue in the city of Inglewood. Domino arrived at the bus stop by scooter and Leggins arrived on the bicycle. Domino had not seen Leggins with a weapon that day and didn't know whether Leggins was armed. Domino and Leggins spoke. As they were preparing to leave, Domino noticed a silver Ford or Dodge pickup truck at an adjacent stop sign drive partway into the intersection, then abruptly drive in reverse towards them. A Hispanic man who was approximately 5 feet 10 or 11 inches tall and in his early 20s exited the truck and said something Domino believed was gang-related. The man reached for his waistband, and Domino observed him holding a silver object that appeared to be a revolver. Leggins said, "Oh shit," and Domino turned and ran away from the truck. As he ran, he heard 4 or 5 gunshots. Domino called 911 and reported some Mexicans got out of a silver pickup truck, shot Leggins, and peeled out. Domino reported there were 2 Hispanic men, approximately 20 to 25 years old. The one who pulled the trigger had a mohawk. That afternoon, Donnell Wilcott was driving on Beach Avenue when he heard gunshots and saw a truck speed past him. Both occupants of the truck were Hispanic men. The passenger had a mohawk-style haircut. When Wilcott reached the stop sign on Venice Way, he noticed Leggins slumped over a bicycle. Paramedics arrived on the scene and transported Leggins to the hospital where he was later pronounced dead. Inglewood PD Detective Gabriel de la Torre was assigned to investigate Leggins' death and arrived at the scene the same day. While he was at the scene, he was informed that an individual, who he later learned was Gilberto Soltero, was attempting to report a stolen vehicle that matched the description of the vehicle involved in the shooting. Detective de la Torre returned to the station and interviewed Soltero concerning the theft of his truck. The cause of death was multiple gunshot wounds. 1 bullet entered Leggins' left upper back, went through his chest from left to right, back to front, then into the upper neck where it was recovered. A second bullet entered Leggins' middle back and traveled to the lower neck. A third bullet entered Leggins' left lower back and traveled upward into his right upper chest. The fourth bullet entered Leggins' lower back, traveled upward, and was recovered from his upper chest. Dr. Rive testified there were no bullet wound entries in the front of Leggins' body, and that in his expert opinion, all 4 gunshot wounds were fatal. On February 20th, 2014, LA County Sheriff's Deputy LaShonda Dennis was driving by Soltero's truck near Inglewood when her patrol vehicle alerted her the truck had been reported stolen. She arranged for the truck to be transported to a tow yard. Detective de la Torre was notified Soltero's truck had been recovered, and he requested forensic specialist Ron Paul conduct a forensic examination. On February 24th, Paul arrived at the tow yard to process Soltero's truck. He photographed the truck and swabbed the interior, including the stereo, for DNA evidence. LA County Sheriff Department Senior Criminologist George Ho testified about the DNA samples Paul had collected. The DNA collected from the stereo showed Gilberto Soltero as a major contributor and defendant Victor Saldana as a possible minor contributor. The DNA profile showed a match rate for Saldana of 1 out of 209 million, meaning out of a population of 209 million unrelated individuals, there would be one individual whose DNA would be a match. In December 2014, Saldana was in custody for an unrelated offense. Detective De La Torres directed a civilian informant to conduct an undercover operation in which the informant shared a jail cell with Saldana. A listening device was placed in the room, and Detective De La Torre recorded the conversation between Saldana and the informant. After the informant built a rapport with Saldana, Detective De La Torre entered the jail cell. As part of a ruse to get Saldana to talk to the informant, Detective De La Torre told Saldana that he was collecting Saldana's DNA sample in connection with the murder of a nap near Beach Avenue and Venice Way. After Detective De La Torre left the cell, Saldana and the informant began speaking about the incident. Saldana told the informant another person was with Leggins at the time of the shooting, but that person ran away when he saw Saldana exit the truck. The other person's back was turned when Saldana shot Leggins. Saldana remained convinced the witness would not be able to identify Saldana because Saldana was wearing a mohawk-style haircut and his tattoo was covered with a long-sleeve shirt. Saldana used a disguise because he knew he was going to shoot Leggins. The following day, he shaved off his mohawk. Inglewood Police Detective Jose Barragan testified as a gang expert. He testified that violence elevates a gang member's status and it is common for gang members to shout out the name of their gang when committing violent acts against rival gang members. Inglewood 13 is a gang in the Inglewood area comprised of 250 to 300 members, and it is predominantly Hispanic. Among Inglewood 13's rivals are the neighborhood Pyrus, a predominantly African-American gang. Inglewood 13 members use the term naps to refer disparagingly to members of the neighborhood Pyru gang. Rival gangs disparagingly refer to members of Inglewood 13 as pecs. The intersection of Beach Avenue and Venice Way, where Leggins was shot, is an area claimed by the neighborhood Pyrus, approximately 1 mile away from Inglewood 13 territory. Following the trial, Victor Saldana was found guilty on all 3 counts, including murder, attempted murder, and gun and gang allegations. The court sentenced Saldana to an aggregate term of 73 years to life in state prison. Akeem Deshaun Leggins was 23 years old at the time of death.